And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Michael Autovino.
Good morning, everyone. It's going to be quite the windy day across Idaho for today. Parts of the Snake River Plain are under a high wind warning starting at about 10 a.m. today, lasting till about 9 p.m. tonight. Parts of Pocatello, Blackfoot, Idaho Falls, and Arco could see winds gusting over 50 miles per hour, but they will generally be between 30 and 40 miles per hour for today. There's a wind advisory for parts the further south and go east and also west of the Snake River Plain. Parts of Burley, Malad City, and Soda Springs are under a wind advisory, and winds will be between 20 and 30 miles per hour for your area today, and winds could gust up to about 50 miles per hour today as well. And those winds are going to be gusting primarily during the early afternoon hours. Around 9:30 a.m. this morning, we could see sustained winds of about 23 miles per hour in Pocatello, 24 in Idaho Falls, and then right around lunchtime, that's when the winds really start to pick up and start to gust. 26 mile per hour wind speeds at about 12 p.m., 29 in Idaho Falls, and as we approach the early afternoon hours into the first half of the afternoon, that's when we could see those peak wind gusts. 30 miles per hour wind speeds at about 3 p.m., 30 in Idaho Falls, and that's when we could see gusts upwards of over 30 miles per hour, 50 miles per hour rather, and that's going to be hazardous, especially if you're driving on the I-15 for those crosswinds, if you're driving at higher speeds. So definitely drive at a reduced speed for today just because of those winds, and it will be really hazardous when you're outside. Temperatures right now across all of Idaho: 44 in Pocatello, 43 in Idaho Falls, 42 right now in Jackson, and there are some clouds building into the area. That's going to be the case for most of the day today. We are expecting partly cloudy skies across the Snake River Plain, whereas parts of the Central Mountains and also the Highlands and western Wyoming could see a rain-snow mix for today. Right around 9 a.m. we are dry across the Snake River Plain and most of Idaho, but as we approach the afternoon hours, the Central Mountains could see the rain-snow mix, and then the Highlands and western Wyoming will also see that as well as we move into the evening hours, so the roads will be rather slick. For temperatures across the Snake River Plain today, primarily in the lower 60s and upper 50s with partly cloudy skies and that rain-snow mix. That's going to continue across the Central Mountains and also across the Highlands and western Wyoming with temperatures in the 40s and also in the 50s. For this evening, temperatures in the 30s and the 40s primarily, 37 for your low in Idaho Falls, 41 in Pocatello, and 39 for your low this evening in Blackfoot. As we take a look at that 7-day forecast, expect a high of 61 today, 59 tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. The threat for rain returns as we approach the end of the work week. Even for Idaho Falls, a couple of degrees cooler, and that threat for rain again returns for your area as well as we approach the end of the work week. For the Teton area, a consistent rain-snow mix is in the forecast for pretty much the next week, and all snow as we approach next week, even into the weekend for the Central Mountains. The same is true, a rain-snow mix as we approach the end of the week, and then all snow as we approach the weekend and the start of next week.